Hey guys, so welcome to the third episode of my YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing a little bit about the article, The Five Lessons of YouTube. We've been told as a class that this article is part of the reason why, if not the reason why, our class exists. So I've highlighted three out of the five lessons because I've agreed with some of them, some aspects of them, and disagree with some aspects as well. So the first lesson is as stated. Lesson number one: YouTube is not democratic. Its architecture supports the popular. Critical and original expression is easily lost to or censored by its busy users, who not only make YouTube's content, but sift and rate it, all the while generating its business. So, what I really thought about this lesson was that I honestly disagreed with it. I felt that the lesson later states that most of the YouTube's videos that are made professionally are the ones that really gain the largest amount of popularity, while amateur shot videos don't garner any popularity. And I really disagree with that because I feel like sometimes I go on YouTube and I'll watch videos myself that don't come from a popular channel and still have millions, if not hundreds of thousands of views. I think that nowadays, probably, I'm not sure exactly when this article was written, but I feel like now most of the modern videos that you see that at least go viral or lead to some craze or some trend in the world come from some handheld filmer in the suburbs or in the inner city that it's nothing professionally made. It's just something shot on their phone while someone was dancing or doing some sort of challenge or something like that. The second lesson of this article states YouTube functions best as a postmodern television set, facilitating the isolated, aimless viewing practices of individuals while expertly delivering eyeballs to advertisers. YouTube's corporate ownership limits the form and content of its videos, further curtailing the democratic promises touted by Web 2.0. Now, I agree and disagree with lesson number two. I do agree that YouTube is, for the most part, or at least half of the time, an excellent way to waste time. I most definitely waste time on YouTube. My mind can just wander, and then all of a sudden, instead, I will type one line to a homework assignment, and then figure that I deserve a 30-minute rest, and or not even 30 minutes, 10 minutes, and then I'll end up taking 30 minutes because I watch video after video. However, I felt that this lesson really painted a negative light on what YouTube was and was very aggressive in its approach. I feel like not all people aren't just on there clicking on something just to click. Me, if I get lost and keep on clicking on recommended videos, it's because it's something that I'm interested in. It's not because I simply need to click on something to keep my mind busy. It's because if I watch one video of, for example, a soccer edit on one player, and then I see another one, maybe I'm interested by the possibility that I will like the song in the other one, and it'll give me a whole different um, vibe to how the edit is. I mean, it could be either the first video that I watch, a hip hop song where it's really fast paced and intense, while opera is used in the second edit of the same player, giving you this sort of inspirational, motivational feeling. So I feel that lesson two really took a too aggressive negative approach on what YouTube does. Finally, the last lesson that I had something to comment on was lesson number four, which stated, "In the name of opening channels of communication, YouTube forecloses community. The world's largest archive of moving images is and will stay a mess. A searching eye creates the greatest revenue." I think that what they started to talk about here at lesson four was the whole sense of community, and I agree with lesson four saying that YouTube isn't the best media interface for individuals trying to seek community. I feel like there are a lot of aspects of it. They use in this time MySpace, which is kind of proving that the article is a bit dated, about how to comment in real time or post similar things about a picture or a video. So I think for individuals really looking for community and looking to post things in real time and have communication with other people in very quickly, I feel like the best would be now Facebook. Even now, to be honest, I feel like our generation, and I use generation as I guess our grade, is kind of like one of the last group of young individuals in the world who still use Facebook. I have a sister that's 4 years younger than me, and none of her friends have Facebook. Everyone is basically Instagram and Snapchat, but still, I believe that Facebook would be the best way to garner some sort of community. But I do disagree in that YouTube doesn't create any sort of community. I feel like on January 10th, we had in my second vlog, I discussed about the Vlogbrothers and that they were very successful because their vulnerability was attractive to a lot of people. So they were very courageous in inventing their problems in an online space, and by doing this, um, they opened up a community of people that sort of wanted to continue following what they were saying, but also felt free and part of what they were doing, and confident enough to open up their own channels, because they said, I'm part of this community that talks and makes videos this way, and I feel confident enough that I can make them myself. So in some sense, YouTube does foster community, while in others, it's probably not the best way to be in contact with a lot of people, simply because only having videos while not being able to comment quite quickly enough would isn't really the best form of maintaining some community. So those are my thoughts on 3 out of the 5 lessons. If there are any questions or anything like that, I'd love to answer them. But for the most part, these are my thoughts, and I think that while the 5 lessons of YouTube provides an excellent basis for our class, and provides some good points, a lot of it I thought was some bit of an unfair critique on YouTube. Again, I'm not 100% sure when this article was published, but by the acknowledgement of MySpace, I feel like it might be a bit dated. So if they were to rewrite this article now, then perhaps there would be different thoughts. Um, but yeah, so I agree that some of the points here that were made were good, while others were a bit too aggressive on what YouTube stands for.